Hi guys, David Angelini here, just looking to thank you for listening to our Insight Debate podcasts. As we push into the summer, we hope to be launching some of our NFL content, and also we'll be hoping to provide some cover of the NBA playoffs to go alongside our core television and movie content. Stay tuned and let us know what you think of our guest appearances from around the globe and our key contributors as we drive on to provide more podcast and written content. Enjoy. Hi guys, this is Insight Debate Movies coming back to you with our podcast on Trainspotting 2. There's me, David Angelini, and I'm with Katie and Irvin McDonald.
Hello.
So, I guess it's just a big nostalgia revisit of the 1996. It was 96, wasn't it? 1996. So. Original Trainspotting. It's an absolute cult classic movie with a massive fan following. This movie just kind of goes back and revisits really the same thing with the same characters almost.
I think it's really well done because it's so much just nostalgia and fan service, but it's actually a really good film.
It's the only film,
and it's astounding.
It's the only film I've ever seen that does that well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a homage to itself, and it carries it and you say it's fan services. You saw everything in it that you wanted to see if you were a fan of the original movie.
And there was stuff that you just went, that's the thing.
And it was never too much though. It was never this is shite. This is just like the same movie again or anything.
The original film's really iconic as well. There's a lot of iconic scenery and music and everything about it. Just you watch that and you just instantly know when that is and what period of time. And they've done that with the new one. The way they've changed the whole sort of tagline thing, the whole choose life thing, but it's all 2016, 2017.
Yeah, they've modernised that kind of bit.
Yeah. So everything, when you watch this film in 20 years time, you will watch it and you will know it's set in this time period, the kind of mid-noughties sort of thing. Which
imagine they did it again in 20 years.
I'm still wondering. They're all fucking...
if they would manage that one.
Like a still game version.
Although thinking about how good still game is and Scottish and all that, it might actually be quite funny.
Spud would just be an actual vegetable.
Spud would be Pete the Jakey.
That's fine.
And I'm ignoring that, but Spud would be actual Pete the Jakey.
But no, I think they did it really well. It was they'd kept that original thing where it was funny at times, but also really kind of dark, quite grim, quite gritty.
Yeah.
But again,
some of it was so touching as well. The just bits, mostly around Spud actually, where there's a bit. I mean, spoiler alert again. There's a bit right at the beginning of it where he writes a suicide note and then tries to kill himself, just to open the movie, and it's quite. It's quite impactful. Yeah,
because I genuinely thought he was going to succeed. I thought that was going to be the thing, that he was going to kill himself. I really thought it was.
There's a lot of scenes, even as the movie continues and goes on. There's scenes where he's in, that bit down the bottom of Royal Mill, and there's almost like a kind of flashback bit where he remembers them all running through that street, and there's a kind of really, really heartbreaking little bit where he just. Is that just that kind of...
And there's that minor version of the song playing over, and I just can't even tell you how much that soundtrack
that was devastating.
Be over.
That lasted
my God.
about 10 seconds and it just it takes you back to that. But you almost feel like that was your life.
Well, I'm going to say something, right, which at my age maybe is a bit melodramatic, but the whole thing is about nostalgia and your lost and wasted youth and thinking about it, and I'm getting to the point where I'll have days where I sometimes feel that way, and it's a genuinely relatable thing.
I know. I'm currently still wasting my youth. So, but it's relatable. It's still you still think back to my high school days 10 years ago.
The whole theme.
It's that's what it is. That's what this movie is. It's thinking back to maybe the stupid stuff we used to do when we were kids. Yeah, and so there's that.
Because there's flashbacks to when they're actual children and flashbacks to the original movie, so it's a whole.
Yeah,
especially because
that's
they've
actually
been
really a nice touch. Actually, how they've added that. They're all playing football at the start of
and near the trains and the whole explaining the Trainspotting.
Yeah, they added quite a lot of backstory into that wasn't in. Presumably, it was in the original book. I've not actually read it, but the bit the bit about why it's called Trainspotting, the bit with Begbie's dad and stuff like that, is like that's never mentioned.
No.
Like I don't think Begbie's even got any backstory in Trainspotting, the original one.
Really.
I don't think any of them really do.
And I think that the reason they've done it is because you do become more introspective as you get older, and they're all kind of in the same, like they were friends all their life and they haven't seen each other for 20 years nearly, because it went so terribly wrong. And you do think about people like you were friends with for a long time and you now are strangers with, and you become very kind of introspective about the whole thing, and that's what they've done. And
I think they really nailed the character development in it, the way that they've changed over the years, because they didn't just change their personalities, or just change them for the sake of changing them, or changing them for the sake of them fitting in the way they wanted the film to be. The characters were believably changed into the people that they were, and they weren't too different
of themselves
for the past.
It's because it's real. Like there's a lot of it is real. All these guys, they are 20 years older, and they do look 20 years older. You know, visibly aged. So that the production value just from that alone is amazing. But they're also much better actors than they were 20 years ago when they first did the first Trainspotting.
And so they're more developed human beings, because they just are.
The four of them
because
are
that's
all,
what happens.
the four of them are all successful actors as well. They've all been in things, they've all been in American TV programs and
look
films
at you and
and
McGregor.
stuff. Well,
Just speaking of him,
that's the obvious one, but Robert Carlyle's
outrageous.
huge as well. Tommy Lee Miller is in Dexter and stuff like that. I forget what you call the guy that plays Spuds.
Oh God, what is it?
Ewan Bremner. He's in My Name Is Earl. He's been in other things as well. So they're all developed actors. But what I was saying about them changing, like them developing the characters, they not just keeping them the same or just changing them in an unbelievable way. But Spud was probably the least developed, because he hasn't really changed. I think he's kind of a bit simple anyway, and he was just a junkie the full time. So he's he's changed a little bit, but I think he's more or less the same character he was in the original film. But again, that's believably so.
The writer adapts to that, because
also they do like he's never really got clean the way they kind of have the rest of them to an extent. Yeah, so
that's another. He's kind of stuck in that same person he was when he's 20, because he's not had proper life experience and life education that you would get if you were living your life and not just like,
which again happens
the full
in
time.
Groups of people like that. There usually is someone that's just they just can't shake it.
It's just really, really fascinating when you put it like that and compare it, actually, because he is the least developed actor and character.
Yeah, I don't think that's deliberate in that sense, but yeah, it's just.
I think it just makes it work.
Yeah.
Some of the
Robert
laughs.
Carlyle was fantastic in it as well. I love Robert Carlyle. I would watch anything he was in.
It's got a different tone. It's got a different tone from the old one, because the old one is just the selfish excesses of youth, and they just are these like young, they don't give a fuck.
The thing that I find so fascinating about the Bigby character is that I think everybody knows somebody like that in real life.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's a slight exaggeration of the person that you know, but you definitely know
just
people
a
that
bit
like
though,
it.
like not a whole lot.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, there's an email or something. Announcing itself.
Shows you how popular you are at all these podcasts. This is the only one you've ever had an email.
I think it's like an update or something.
I need to update something. Yeah,
but yeah, no, they're all great. And Begbie's character in it again, he was my favourite character in the original one, and he's my favourite character in this as well. I think he's fantastic.
Just again, a bit to be right on the edge of maybe going a bit too over the top sometimes, but
he can be slightly caricature-esque-ish, but because it's such a realistic.
But
you think
people like that. I have genuinely
you think
like that.
hard and you go, no, I can totally imagine somebody I know doing exactly that.
Especially like, it sounds terrible, but like the way as we son.
That's
just are
a
like,
real thing.
God, that's so many people.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of having a go at him because he doesn't, because he's going to college.
He wants to go to college and not be a criminal.
Yeah.
The way there's a bit in it that kind of just for me it was quite steeped in an emotion where he squares right up to the boy and they're like nose to nose. That was like that was really really harsh because I don't know, I feel like I felt the emotion of that like in quite a personal level.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that was quite like dark and quite horrible to watch. What else is there? There's a bit at the end with Spud. There's a couple of bits with Spud he's writing to his son almost, or writing about his relationship with his son in a really like an eloquent way that just like kind of tugs on your heartstrings.
Because these wee stories and all that are really just him, stuff falling out of his brain on a page. It's not
but badly written
considered
and
storytelling. It's
just why I gave him a hug.
I do. I love him, honestly.
That reminds me of the bit in the first film when he's singing. I can't remember what the song is, but he's singing a song after Tommy dies. Is it something McDonald? The actor's name is anyway. After that, Tommy dies. The toxoplasmosis that he gets for the cat. He's singing this new song. It's really kind of somber and emotional because he's the only one that actually cares. The rest of them are all just a bit.
At that point, they don't
kind of nonchalant about the fact that their friend died, but he's kind of sitting and he's singing this wee song, and it's really heartbreaking. And that scene's just reminiscent of that.
Is it him that takes him back to the mountains?
No, they want to go for him because they have now become the people that care with maturity.
The two of them start arguing while he's trying to put like a rock on top of the flowers to solve
but that's the thing, do you know that way it's like painful, like it's funny.
He's like they're planking a big rock down on top of these flowers.
But in a way, it's almost, without sounding trite, it's got a kind of that's the kind of shit that happens. Like you try and do something touching and it just goes a bit silly.
I can see that exact thing happening, like to people, people I know, that people I know.
Yeah, I mean we all know a Spud as well, don't we? Like,
yes.
I won't say it on the podcast, but I definitely know some Spuds in my life.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Speaking of that scene as well, just about it being iconic and about the time period and stuff, the Abellio ScotRail train.
Yeah.
Rather than the old.
When they're out at that
ScotRail train, like you watch that and you'll be like, that is like, for anybody that's listening to this that doesn't live in Scotland, that train is the train that you'll get in Scotland.
Right,
you go to any train station in Scotland and that is the train you will see. So
you see several.
Yeah, just constantly look
identical blue trains.
Yeah. So I think it was they didn't just use some generic set train that's for TV that just looks like a train.
It's probably like the actual train they got out to that place.
Yeah. They used a very specific shot in this train that people get every day in Glasgow and
it's clever because it's almost the same shot really.
Yeah,
from
it is.
Before with a different train and older people and it's probably really there before. In the old one.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, without him there. So that's the thing.
It was Tommy that made them go.
So, yeah.
It's when he's talking about that whole scene where somebody played English and all that.
He's gone and there's a new train and it's all very poignant.
Scottish.
But
the lowest of the low.
Scum of the fucking earth.
But yeah,
it's so Edinburgh. It's so Edinburgh it hurts.
Except it's all filmed in Glasgow.
I know,
there's like
weird.
2 bits
it's so strange.
And the new ones like that as well.
There's so many bits like that Danny Boyle has just taken, like it's like shot
like
for
the
shot
very
again,
end.
but just different.
Yeah, the
like
toilet
the
scene as well.
Oh yeah, God.
The toilet scene's brilliant as well. That whole exchange, I just love it when he's
so many homages to itself.
When he drops the Viagra and then he's like, in that minute that they both just click.
Like, fuck off, cunt.
It's funny, but it's also a bit like, oh God.
And the bit directly after that when he's chasing him and he hits him down in the front of the car.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's like it does that shot. And
when he's running before.
He's like his hands on the bonnet and he just laughs.
It's brilliant. I love that whole thing.
That's like again, it's the only film that I've ever seen that's been a successful homage to itself.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many of them. I'm struggling to think of examples just now, but you know when you get like these remakes or sequels that really should never have been made. And this wasn't that. This was like an incredibly successful.
Like American Pie, the reunion.
I think
God.
I think it was incredibly well written to be able to throw in all these homages without it just like decimating the story.
Yeah.
They've got these homages, but they all link into the story, and the
weren't-
story actually is good.
They
It's
weren't
not
in
just
Congress.
yeah.
They were like part of something because it's part of this whole style, this whole thing. It's like a world.
They did a thing with it, you know, that when the two of them are talking, when Rennie and Sick Boy are talking about the football to the girl, and it's, you know, the words are popping up on the screen, that kind of thing, and then they do the thing with the slide in on the kind of astroturf in the living room. Like there's a bit like that. That's something that was taken from the old ones as well, like little shots, little kind of conventions.
It's
like
got a very distinct look.
Yeah.
And it's still there, even though it's new, but it's very much still there.
I love that they're Hibs fans as well. I think that's hilarious. I don't want to be pure, like to be too patronising about it, but it's very cute.
Very cute.
I feel like that's leading us into this fucking song.
I'm just trying to tease Hibs fans that I know.
Yes, well.
There's a bit in it actually when they're driving like down the M8 and they've got the George Best kind of scenes projected onto the side of the car as they're telling the George Best story as well. That's a convention of filmmaking that you don't see very often.
I know it's unusual almost cinematography, kind of, but it's like
it's
its
weird,
own
but
thing.
It's
Trainspotting.
it's a throwback to the original. Danny Boyle's done an excellent job of this because I would have, before seeing that, I said, nah, you can't successfully homage your own film, like you can't do it. It's just it comes across as cheesy, and like the impression is that you're trying to squeeze every penny out of or try to build a franchise out of nothing. And
it normally takes away from the story.
Especially with
you normally have just no story because it's all just like, let's have a homage. But I think they tied it in so much to this, so well to the story.
It was like a real sequel.
Yeah.
As in a next bit of these people's lives rather than a sequel that you made because you wanted to make another film. Like it was like
I don't know, one example, and this might not be a good example, it's just come to mind, but the difference between Princess Diaries and Princess Diaries 2 is that it's like very like contrived and like bullshit story.
It's just for money.
It's not a great story the first time round, to be fair, but you know, they've had one good idea that was popular and then they've tried to like do it the same thing again.
There's so many of those films. I mean, we were talking about Saw earlier, which is basically just that Donnie Darko with that S Darko thing.
Don't even start me on that. There's a sequel to that about the little sister.
Yeah, I mean,
holy shit.
Hostel's not really.
Fast and the Furious.
Blade 3. I don't know if you've seen the Blade movies. Blade 1 and 2 are excellent, but Blade 3 is that. It's just it's almost a parody of itself.
It just becomes like. It is exactly that. It becomes a parody.
The Butterfly Effect too. Is literally exactly the same film, except they've changed it from journals to pictures, and they've changed it from good actors to shite actors, and they've just made it boring and shit.
To go off on a tangent, the last two series of Prison Break, but that's a different thing altogether.
No, but that's an example. See, when you get to season 3 of Prison Break,
and you're still breaking out another prison.
That's a bad like remake of the first season of that. It's terrible. It doesn't work.
I know, it's just like, what prison can we escape from this series?
And then like even
it fucking stop.
They had to even do the film thing after the end. That was like the final break. It's like, let's escape to another prison.
No.
Except it wasn't, was it? Because now there's more and he's not dead. But that's an argument for another day.
It's ridiculous. How they all ended up back in the same fucking prison again.
Do not.
Like, that's where they lost me. No, thank you.
No.
But let's go back to Trainspotting.
Yeah, but
let's get to this scene that we're all talking about.
So there's a bit where they go to
the Orange Club.
Is that politically correct? They go to the...
Yeah, it's called the Orange Club.
It's the Loyalist Orange Lodge, I think is what it stands for. The Lol.
It does say it outside, I think, but yeah. Okay.
I would have called it an Orange Lodge, but I don't know, I wouldn't have known that if that was just like what Celtic fans
call. No, that is what it's called.
I'm sure it's the Loyalist Orange Lodge. They refer to it as the LOL, which is funny
because it makes me lol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they go there to like steal people's wallets.
They rob the people being like that they're Hibs fans, they go to this
Yeah.
working men's club.
Yeah. So they have
It's Glasgow, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like
they have this idea that everyone, not everyone, but
a fair majority.
a significant amount of people who go to this club, the pin number will be 1690. And if there's anyone watching this who's not Scottish or like Northern Irish and doesn't understand this, then just Google 1690 and like orange clubs, and you get an idea.
Wars and just
not orange clubs, because that's a
general-
biscuit. Orange lodges. And you
Do
get
you know, I wouldn't have even.
Orange clubs are quite nice actually.
so
Right,
Anyway.
typing in orange club and going, do we get it?
Oh, there's mint ones as well.
so
Green. Oh, there's a thing there.
so they end up going to this orange club so that they can this orange lodge so that they can steal these
Is it
people's.
supposed to be the Loudon? Is it a kind of like joke? Is it meant to be the Loudon? Because it looks like it's.
I think so.
I wasn't.
And
I
then
don't-
It can't be the Loudon, obviously. But
No.
it looks
it's
like
like that.
a-
It's that
like,
idea.
This might be like something similar to Loudon.
so
And you
the-
go
so-
to steal credit,
yeah.
debit cards and try them in bank machines with a pin 1690.
but they inadvertently get roped in to kind of
Perform.
performing in this club.
You're new
So-
around here. You've not done a song.
There's not that song. So Ewan McGregor
Which
goes up.
actually is like Eurotrip with a Manchester United song.
Yeah, that's really what it reminds me of. So Ewan McGregor goes up and Tommy Lee Miller's playing the piano, just sort
As you
of
do.
a generic kind of
Give me a beat.
He's
melody,
alright, I
which
think,
is
to be fair.
which is if you've heard any kind of orange song, that's just kind
It's
of
just
what they're like.
two
It's
or
that
three
kind of
chords.
They
Dun,
all
dun,
go to the
like-
same pipe band.
yeah.
so-
They all seem a bit too cheery given the subject matter. So he starts playing this, and Ewan McGregor starts kind of ad-libbing some
An improv
words.
a song.
And it turns into this really hilarious song about there being no more Catholics left.
Oh, it's
And-
like, that's like a no more kill all the Catholics kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
Because they all believe it and they all love it.
Yeah,
they
they all
think
love-
it's a real song.
yeah, because it gets to a point where he's got no more Catholics, and the
They're all
crowd
joining
back,
in, "No!"
no more Catholics.
They love
See,
yes.
see the way they all walk in, like they all kind of storm the dance floor and end it, like
Yeah.
that's exactly what they do. That's exactly
know.
how they walk
I know.
and march, and
It's so funny.
I know.
it's I was raised Catholic. I'm a Celtic fan. That is one of the funniest fucking things
Yeah.
I've ever seen
It just-
in my life.
I know, like
It's
I was
just-
raised the
Because
other way,
because
and
it's not even a joke.
it's
It's
not a
hilarious. It's
Look, I can
hilarious,
say that,
and
it's
it's
not.
not even a joke.
I know. It's that thing I was talking about as well with the Scottish culture and modern culture that absolutely hits the nail on the head with that. That is complete, like, Scottish zeitgeist. That is modern culture in Scotland, and that
my
is.
patter.
That
Like,
happens.
guys.
That happens in like 200 venues every weekend.
Yeah. But then most
Every
people.
fucking day between May and September.
Well, yeah, but then most people like us would just kind of ridicule it a wee bit, which is what they're
Yeah.
kind of doing. They're lampooning it.
Yeah.
Because it's now, I mean, there was a time when people took it way
Yeah.
too far,
They
but
walked
now
away.
it's quite.
But even that's the only part of
Silly.
the film that's based in Glasgow. Mostly it is filmed in Glasgow, but that's the only part that's
Meant to
actually
be,
set in
yeah.
Glasgow. It's supposed to be in Glasgow. And again, there's
Rightfully
a
so.
whole, there's a whole iconic thing as to where they end up going with the cards. It's just up for Royal Exchange Square with the famous statue
Yeah.
with the cone on its head and everything like that. And then when they're
Been to that
driving,
same bank so many times, but they're rattling everybody's like
Mhm.
just on Queen Street, just
they're
up
rattling
for-
everybody's money out.
And getting quite a lot of money because turns out people a lot of their pins are 1690.
Yeah.
That's the hilarious part of that is how many
Yeah.
people are watching that movie and going, oh shit,
May
Right,
have to
change-
change my pin
I'm
now.
going to change my pin code.
And they do go through it, and you do see them trying a couple of the arms like seen lately, so it's not like completely ridiculous.
Aye.
That's probably quite realistic.
Yeah.
In fact,
Oh, aye.
but yeah, that's again they show the iconic parts of Glasgow, and even when they're driving down the M8 at bits where they wouldn't fucking be, like geographically it makes no sense.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's,
they're driving for like I don't know, like they're driving for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like in movie time,
Yeah.
talking about George Best, and then at the end of it they go through Charing
Charing
Cross.
Cross, yeah, which is where
Just
they
where
would
they
come
would've
on
stopped.
in the motorway. Yeah, they would have come on just at the end of Charing Cross, I think, if
Yeah.
they're heading
Yeah, I
back
wouldn't even
east.
have went through there. Like,
Yeah, they would literally have been right at the very end of Charing Cross if they were going back. But that's like a really iconic, recognisable part Glasgow,
Yeah.
that they've filmed it for that particular purpose.
Yeah.
It just everything is just.
It's
It just shows you. It
It's
just
close to-
couldn't be anywhere else but Scotland.
it's close to home, like for a lot of people.
It is. We take it to heart.
Nah, it's
because
close to
we
your
just,
heart,
It is.
It's very physically close to home as well because the pub that Sickboy owns, that's all filmed in a pub about
In the orb.
10
in
minutes
the
from
orb,
here.
Yeah, it's like 10
Yeah.
minutes away. I drive by it like almost
I drove
every
by
day.
it recently. I can't remember where I was going actually, but I drove by it recently. I'm like, oh, that's it.
I drive by
Do you
it
know
that
what?
way on the way home from work, on the way to work.
I'm thinking about going into it.
Speaking
and,
of- Of the pub, because did we not used to live near the other pub? The
Yeah,
pub
it was-
from the first one?
Yeah, the Crosslands it used to be called.
In
it's called
the
something else now.
West End. But the thing I
Yeah.
was going to say is, there's a bit, and I like, this is one of the pieces of, like, homages to itself or whatever that I liked, and they do it through one of Spud's silly wee stories. They tell that story.
What?
The
Oh,
story
the
about
glass.
they tell the
Ah,
story
yeah.
of that full scene, and he's like there, and it's like you just
Yeah.
love. Even he's like loving it. He's like reliving it all over again.
That's one of my favourite scenes.
Aye.
in
And it's
Trainspotting.
amazing.
No
because
cunt
it's
leaves
telling
it to
that
be
story.
found out.
What
Yep,
cunt did
did
it?
it?
And it's like, but it's that, and he's like Begbie's like pure like getting into it. He's
That-
like on mine that night.
That sentence as well is just so inherently Scottish. No cunt leaves here till we find out what cunt
Yeah, I
did
think
it.
we're like the only
you know,
country that can use that word
Since I started,
not in a hugely derogatory sense.
Yeah,
It just means
a
a
cunt's a
person. It's just a random guy.
since I started working in Edinburgh, I would have said that's a Scottish thing, but it's not a
No, it's
Scottish
not.
thing.
It's here.
It's a
It's- yeah.
Glasgow thing. It's a west of Scotland thing,
Yeah.
definitely.
He's supposed to be from Edinburgh.
I know it's weird. I'm trying to think like his choose life speech in this one. The
Oh, I
one
loved it.
one drawback from that for me was how he delivers that whole that prolonged choose life, choose
Mhm.
Facebook, choose social media, choose this, so and it kind of goes on, and at the end of it, he goes entertained us at the time, and then kind of cracks on with eating his dinner. Just that kind of like nonchalance at the end of it cheapened it for me. I would have preferred it if that had to be part of the film. I just wondered if there was maybe a better way to deliver it.
I thought it was
They
a
made
bit-
they tried to get a wee bit of a laugh at the end of it, or make light of it in the end.
I think they should have just owned it.
But yeah, given that there's little little nostalgia bits, little faded children running through the streets and teary eyed like
I
nostalgia.
actually quite
Why
like.
they didn't just make that a part of that? as
Because
well.
that's probably arguably the most iconic thing.
Yeah.
So
Aye,
just
it's the
own
most
it.
iconic
Just
thing.
keep it.
I quite like the way they did
powerful.
that because again, I presumably it was in the Trainspotting book, but I don't think it's in the film. Where in the second one, he explained that was like a sort of a game that they played,
Yeah.
and he explained it that way, and then he just kind of.
He's kind
Just
of
to-
explaining to her how
yeah.
silly they used to
So
be.
just to show that it does that, and I quite liked it. I liked that they had that wee explanation, that wee bit of backstory, and it just was
The-
like
that was fine. It was just the way he kind of went and shrugged his shoulders at the end.
Oh,
Like,
it's
oh,
got
it uses it at the
flippant
time, and then
about
kept
it.
going. It's a bit too like
Maybe it's arguably part of that thing I'm saying, where you become a bit
I'm maybe
navel gazing, and you just think, oh, we were just daft.
does it maybe illustrate where he's going? We've too grown up for that now, and like
Like things seem important sometimes and powerful at the time,
Just
and
because-
then they don't.
just because of how powerful that the way
Aye.
that with every mention of a new thing and that choose that kind of builds this,
I know.
it amps up to like, and then just to kind of.
it's like a sort of anticlimax.
I just wonder if it's maybe it's deliberate.
at the end of it. I was just
Because
like,
they're trying to say, like, you think things are so
Yeah.
significant, and then you realise you're just silly.
maybe that's a
I
better
don't
way to
know.
read it. That's an interesting way to think about it actually. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the bit as well when he went into his bedroom from when he was a kid. Well, not when he was a
Oh,
kid.
at the
but from
very
the-
end.
How he had that
No,
whole
it was quite near the start, I think.
Well, they take
Yeah.
they
Oh,
do
the
the bit at the
two,
end
yeah.
where when he's kind of come like he's going cold turkey for his heroin really
Oh, right,
kind of
yeah.
Mhm.
like that's how they end it. But
I'm talking about the bit in
That's-
the start, and
that's pure nostalgia as well.
he
when
goes
you
under
look
his
at
bed and those suppositories are still there that he
Yeah.
gets from Irvin Welsh's character, Mickey Forrester, who's also in it as well. It's who Begbie goes to when he's robbed that house.
That's right,
It's
yeah.
Mickey. That's
I think his
Irvin
wee
Welsh,
cameo's
Mickey
terrible.
Forrester.
People should just stick to what they do. I think all of those cameos are terrible.
I know, but
How-
you want to have a cat like in that, like
No,
it's.
but-
I'd want to be back in it if it was coming
Oh,
back,
yeah.
definitely. That's why none of the four main guys said no to this. Like
Aye, well.
they were never saying no to this.
Aye, they're all like probably too big to do.
They wouldn't have gotten paid.
A film the level of Trainspotting.
They wouldn't have gotten paid the market rate for doing that. They
No,
would have taken a
especially
big
not.
discount.
Did you make a diagram?
Aye,
Jeez,
Yeah.
oh.
but you've got to do it.
Aye,
No,
because
you got-
that role made him.
I made them all really.
Aye, it did.
Robert Carlyle again, just brilliant in it. I'm just
Begbie almost scares me, but
No,
like
but
he
it's
really,
the scary part is that that's a real person. Like
he kind of gets my hackles off. And he is funny. I know he's funny, but I'm just a bit like.
Begbie, I think, is one of Robert Carlyle's characters that shows how good an actor he is, because he's used to playing these kind of like quite passive characters.
Disenfranchised people.
I think these characters are normally quite passive and normally quite sweet, and he's got a kind of unoffensive face normally. Like he's got a quite.
I drew him for my higher art of a standard grade art thing, and it's
like in the film
it's
Monty and stuff
funny,
like that.
yeah.
He's got. You couldn't see that person. It's almost not the same person as Begbie, but when he plays that character, he's just got that.
Have you seen The
his
Legend of
facial hair and
Barnaby?
stuff. It just
No.
makes them.
I'll watch that. That's not. He's quite passive and like innocent and timid in that.
Yeah.
You probably will watch Stargate Universe, but he's the main character in Stargate Universe, which I loved. He's the main character in what's it called? Once Upon a Time.
Is
Yeah, he's one of the main characters in Once Upon a Time.
He's in
What?
24.
He's Rumpelstiltskin in that.
Because like my friend keeps telling me to watch that, and I did not know he was in it.
He's in 24 Redemption, like the sort of TV
So
film that he did
is.
for 24.
I look in between the two
20
series.
days later, 20 weeks later.
That is a problematic sequel.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
loved 28 Days Later. I despise the segment. I really hate it.
He's in that too.
But yeah, I'm just saying, just because we were talking, I really can't believe they're
He's in
part
so
of the
many
same
things.
thing.
He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah, he is good.
Talking about the actors on this as well, I think Tommy Lee Miller's accent and it's absolutely amazing. Obviously,
Yeah,
it goes back to the first film as well, but like he's English. I don't know if you know, but it's fantastic. Like his accent and it is
amazing.
absolutely brilliant.
He kind of places
Like-
him really specifically in the place where he's supposed to be from as well, which is like Leith. Just to be able to place an accent. There's lots of different.
It's so believable.
There's lots of different Scottish accents as well that many people, like a lot of people, can't really hear the
Yeah.
difference in them, and there is some quite vast differences, and he absolutely nails that one.
Yeah, and I think a Scottish accent is really hard to do. Like nobody ever nails a Scottish accent like that. You always end up with
Ridiculous, yeah.
I
like groundskeeper Willie.
I is so cammed
Like
up.
Shrek,
Aye.
Mike Myers
Oh
Shrek.
God.
Yeah,
No, it's so believable.
yeah.
Like if I
it's-
hadn't been told before that he was English, I would never have believed you.
Yeah, his accent's just outstanding. I don't know how he's managed to nail it so well.
Yeah.
He's great. I love Zach. I love him. I shouldn't love him. You should supposed to hate him a wee bit, but like I just think he's hilarious.
Do you know that actor as well? Like I didn't really know much about him, and we were watching the TV program Dexter once, and it was the second or third episode he'd been in it, and I didn't know it was him.
Yeah.
And it came up at the start credits, and I was like, Tommy Lee Miller. I was like, that is the guy for Trainspotting.
Not Johnny.
And I was Johnny Lee Miller. Sorry, Tommy Lee Miller's. I'm thinking
Half
Tommy
the
Lee
character.
Jones. Aye.
I know.
Johnny Lee Miller. Johnny Lee Miller. Sorry. I was like, that's the guy for Trainspotting, and then I was like, but who is he? Because I don't fucking see anyone in this program that's that guy.
He's like a different
Even once
person.
I knew he was in it, I still didn't recognise him, and then I looked him up, and he's this character.
I can't
He's like-
remember, it was a long
he's
time,
one of
but-
those life coach type
I like
people.
an inspirational speaker.
He's just so different. He's got dark hair in it. Obviously, he's got dark
He's
eyes.
so different.
And he's quite.
Is he not American?
He's American. He's
Aye.
quite broad. Which another accent as well. He's quite broad as well. Even in Trainspotting 2, he's like skinny as anything. Like he looks like a junkie. And obviously, Trainspotting 1, he's supposed to be a junkie. So he's so much different. Like it's
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. And he's a good actor. Like you can tell. And that is like a completely different role. That he's actually a really good actor.
One of the things I had a problem with in this movie was how they've kind of shoehorned Diane into it
Yeah.
in a really not very successful way for me. So they've got Sick Boy's character extorting people with like videos of them doing kind of committing sexual acts slash atrocities.
Atrocities. Sexual atrocities.
And he's extorting them to try and get money, and he ends up, you know, in the middle of the film just randomly being arrested for this. And they have Diane's character in it, who's, you know, who is now a lawyer and who helps to get him off on the charges for it. And it doesn't, like, he never faces the consequences for that at any other time in the movie. It's just kind of dealt with,
just glossed over,
like, very, very quickly in isolation, just to bring her character back into it.
It's just
a nostalgia thing, and it's so forced. It's the only thing in the film I feel doesn't work.
I feel like that when they were writing the story, there wasn't really a place for her in the story, because the only place for her to be in the story would be for a sort of rekindled love interest. But that fucks up a whole other part of the story with the kind of
you
Slavic
don't have time.
chick.
It would be so much more forced, actually.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't believe that. Like, if they suddenly got back together, but nah, fuck off.
Plus, it ruins that. It ruins that other part of this, and that's a main part of the story. Is she Polish or
no? It's some kind of. Do I say Bavarian?
Romanian or I don't know, some kind of
Bosnian.
Slav, some kind of Slavic.
Yeah.
Country place. Anyway, so that kind of that would fuck that up, but I don't think they wanted to leave her out completely, because I think the whole point in this film is sort of like fan service and nostalgia and stuff like that. So I think people would want to know what happened to that character. Yeah. So they just wrote her in this part, just so like, oh, she's a slatter.
Which again doesn't even make sense, because although she's part of the old film in quite a significant way, it's just a transient encounter that he had with her, kind of, and it's.
I would have thought
there's no need for her to ever be in their lives again.
I would have thought it would have been enough.
As a matter of fact, it makes more sense if they like run a million miles away from her and you never see her again.
I think a brief conversation between Sick Boy and Renton.
Whatever happened to her? Oh, she works down there now.
Yeah, I think that would have been enough. Like,
like it being one of Spud's Daft Beast.
That would have actually worked really well, probably.
Yeah.
Because there is literally no need. She's only there because she had to be there, or because it's like a reunion almost of like main cast.
It was forced. It's one of the only mistakes I think that's made in the movie.
I don't think she's a good actress either.
No,
she wasn't even an actress. She just got that because she was at uni.
And that happens to people that turn out to be really good.
Yeah, that's true. But she just went. She
doesn't know me.
And now she is actually an actress. She was in like fucking Harry Potter and stuff like that. But she isn't a good actress. And she's got a fucking annoying voice.
Yes.
Like, you still on the heroin?
She makes that really
heroin?
awkward joke about the girl being too young for him because she was dead young in the first one, which is just like, why is that there? It's just a cheap laugh.
She's Scottish in Johnny Lee Miller's accent.
That's right, like his accent's better than hers.
It's just less irritating.
That's like, you're right, she's got a BBC accent.
She's got that considered like faux Scottish.
Yeah.
I'm famous now, so I have to enunciate things.
Yeah. She was like that. Even in the first one though, when she wasn't famous. She was fucking thinks that she needs to talk.
Is it like the equivalent Glasgow Uni accent?
Can I see you again?
Is it?
But she was from Glasgow Uni or Strathclyde or something like that. She's from Glasgow.
Oh well, then it's just a really profound Glasgow Uni accent problem then.
No, she's people like that happen to people.
I've got a feeling she was at Strathclyde Uni, but it was definitely a uni in Glasgow anyway. She just is talking like that because she's on TV. It doesn't realise that she doesn't actually need to talk like that, especially since the film that she's in is deliberately not fucking like that. She's doing that Ewan McGregor accent.
He
doesn't do it in Trainspotting. He does it in like fucking every other film that he's in.
Like real life.
Yeah, in real life as well.
Basically.
Yeah.
But I was going to say it does happen to the best of them. Like if you watch a Billy Connolly show from the 70s and then him now, you'll be like, what?
Yeah, he tidied up his accent for television.
He's got a completely different accent.
Not in a kind of pretentious way though, just purely for the purposes of being understood, I think. Because he was a really coarse Glaswegian.
I think he lived in Hollywood for a while. Like he actually lived in LA, and I don't know if it just became a whole...
He would have had to spoke like that again for people to understand.
Well, okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll have no criticism of Billy Connolly at any time, thank you.
You clearly don't know how big a fan I am. That's just a fact. It's like, couldn't all those Scottish actors go that way?
But it's just in terms of trying to rate this movie. Then I'll give it a 4 stars just because I can't go all the way to 5 stars because of the Diane kind of thing.
And the fact that it is a sequel.
Yeah, it's a homage. So.
But there's like a tiny part of me that would love to, because I liked it. Like, I only saw the original one a few years ago, which is crazy, I know, but I did, and I, as a film, liked this one better, which is weird because it's a sequel, but I did. There was something about it. The old one I struggle with at times.
There's a Gavin falls into this category of people who like had a very, very similar 90s experience to what happened in the original one, so this is an important kind of aspect of you know, people. There's a lot of people who are on that same journey that they're from the first film to the second film, and so it strikes more of an emotional chord with those kind of people. I don't relate directly to the first film in my life experience, so while I respect that the first one is a 5, it's a masterpiece, the original. This, like, I don't have that emotional connection to this in the same way that someone who lived it does.
I think perhaps that's how I feel about the new one a wee bit, because I get more introspective and related to that.
I relate more to the second one, strangely, just because of that. It's that nostalgia and looking back on your life and remembering what you used to do in high school and the people you used to be with and all that kind of thing.
I touched on it a tiny bit, but it's funny you say that, because the song, that Underworld, it's just dance music at the end of the day. But that, to me, that's my 90s experience, and any kind of part of that soundtrack that was entirely mixed by them. And all those weird minor versions, it was just like pure, unfiltered, transcends me back.
I think although there was all these homages and it's a sequel and stuff, I think they were very different films. I think the second one had more of a kind of fluid story, where this first one was more following the life of, if that makes sense. It didn't build up to a climax, it didn't follow
which
that.
Which again fits with the scattered nature of their life, as opposed to
the plot didn't have a direction because their lives didn't have a direction.
Yeah,
and now
it was just that followed their life and a series of things happened.
Yeah.
And the thing that happened at the end was the biggest thing, sort of. Like, it was just like a series of small kind of stories almost within their life. Whereas the second film had more of a story arc, so I can see why people would prefer the second to the first. But like
I don't prefer it. I just relate to.
I feel something more with it, but I understand that it's not a 5. It can be a 5.
I love them both, but the first one is the first one is one of my top 5 favourite films. I've always loved it. Since I was a teenager, I think it's brilliant. The first one is absolutely a 5. There's everything about that film was just so purely Scottish and gritty, and just it's
part of our entire culture, identity.
It's brilliant. And the second one, I think it really hit the nail on the head with what they were trying to do, and it couldn't have been. I don't really see it being any better than it was.
Aside from the Diane thing, I don't think it could have improved on that.
Yeah,
like it was just. It was almost perfect.
Yeah. But I don't think it could ever have been a 5. Like, even before you seen it, you knew it wasn't going to be a 5 because it doesn't have any. It doesn't have the first one's so good because it's original, and obviously the second one can't be original because it's a sequel.
I know, I had absolutely no idea what to expect at all. I was like, how do you make a sequel to Trainspotting?
I was worried about it. I was like,
so was I. I was like, this is going to be
a bad idea. Don't do it. Like, leave the original where it is, and it's fine. It's perfect. Don't.
I was
prepared to hate it.
I was dying to see it. Just I love the first one, and I know that Irvin Welsh's a good writer. So I didn't think it would be terrible, but I did have an inkling thing in the back of my mind. I wasn't sure.
Are you named after him? No.
No.
I thought that you were, maybe.
It's very different from what I thought it would be.
It's very different. I feel.
I just thought it would be another story, like just a different. It would just be the same thing, but in a different time period. Yeah. I didn't think it would be.
Still be junkies.
I really didn't know what the hell they were going to do, and I was so impressed.
I'm hearing chat like Ridley Scott doing like a Gladiator 2 kind of movie, and I'm terrified of that because the Gladiator movie is so perfect. Don't touch it. Just leave it. don't try and squeeze any more money out of it. We don't need to revisit it. I kind of felt the same way about this Trainspotting thing, but they've done it really well. And while we're saying a lot of the things in it that are recycled really, really well, they're still recycled. So that's why I think it can't be a masterpiece in and of itself. So yeah, 4 stars for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say 4 stars as well.
4 stars already. Okay, thanks very much for listening, guys, and we'll be back to you with a podcast soon enough. Thanks very much for listening to us, guys. Please let us know what you think and get in this debate with us by liking, commenting, retweeting or sharing us to give us a piece of your mind. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and WordPress, and we want to hear from you. Thank you very much for the support.